Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Psycho, and for this to be my first Game of Thrones video I've ever posted on this channel, I am really happy to be bringing you all this awesome news of potential spin-offs coming to the Game of Thrones universe and HBO. The funny thing about this news is that I think around 2 weeks ago I was looking all over the internet because I had just finished season 6 of Game of Thrones and I was wondering if there was going to be any spin-offs after Game of Thrones ends. And I just really felt like there was a lot of potential for great spin-offs and great side stories that could be displayed on HBO as well, in addition to the original series. So learning about this news is definitely giving me high hopes for the future. To jump right into this recent news, I want to read off an article from the New York Times titled HBO to Develop Game of Thrones Spin-Offs. The article begins by stating, Game of Thrones is closing in on its final 2 seasons, but HBO is not going to give up on Westeros. The premium cable channel announced in a statement Thursday that it was developing scripts to spin off the series that will explore different time periods of George R.R. Martin's vast and rich universe. There are only 13 episodes left in HBO's hit series, which the network is breaking up into 2 seasons, 7 this year and 6 next year. For months, HBO has been in talks with Mr. Martin, the author of the Game of Thrones novels, about spinning off the story once the drama wraps up. There is a playbook for this. AMC rolled out a prequel, Better Call Saul, after its successful drama Breaking Bad went off the air in 2013. It also qualifies as a no-brainer. Game of Thrones has won Best Drama Emmy each of the last 2 years, and it is by far the network's most popular show. HBO draws revenue from subscriptions, both on cable and its digital-only offerings, and future seasons of Thrones will be catnip to subscribers who have signed up for the series. Currently, HBO has locked up deals with 4 writers who are each plumbing Mr. Martin's books for scripts. Max Borenstein, Jane Goldman, Brian Helgeland, and Carly Ray. Mr. Martin is working on scripts with Miss Goldman and Miss Ray. Other than Mr. Martin, none of the writers have written on Thrones before. The show's longtime executive producers, Dan Weiss and David Benioff, will get executive producer credits, but are not expected to be actively involved with any new spin-off series. We will support them as they take a much-deserved break from writing about Westeros once the final season is complete, the network said in a statement. HBO did not elaborate as to what time period the 4 scripts would be exploring. It is also no guarantee that the scripts will pan out. The earliest a new season of Thrones could come would likely be 2019. Now, getting this news is definitely exciting for a Thrones fan. There's so much to be discovered within this universe, and to see them finally putting an idea into action for a spin-off, a much-deserved spin-off, one would say at the least. And the cool thing about this is, normally a person would say something like this in a television series would be milking it, but when it comes to Game of Thrones, you simply cannot call it milking it because there's so much to be explored. There's so much you can expand upon this universe in addition to the main storylines we've already gotten. So it's definitely not milking it. It's giving fans what they want, and if this happens to be what they want, then so be it. As the article mentioned, there have been other spin-off series that have been relatively successful, like Better Call Saul, which was a spin-off of Breaking Bad. Personally, I really love Better Call Saul, and if you aren't watching it currently, I recommend catching up. You can watch both seasons on Netflix, and it's actually showing new episodes on AMC right now for season 3. So with that information, we can see that spin-off series can be successful. Especially with the huge fan base that is still growing with HBO's Game of Thrones, there's a lot of potential for even more viewership when it comes to spin-offs, and I think HBO recognizes that, but they also recognize what fans want to see. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Game of Thrones video. Please go easy on me because it was my first video upon this TV series, but this show was something that I've always enjoyed, and I finally got to catch up on Season 6 recently, so I definitely plan on doing new Game of Thrones videos for you guys in the future, such as news videos, theories, analysis videos, and just overall my opinion and discussion about the events that occur in the show. So if you guys did enjoy this type of video, please make sure to leave a like. That really does help me out and it supports the channel a ton. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.